might say things which are really controversial. People are engulfed with beers, whiskeys, vodkas, vaping scene, smoking scene. There are some things which I can't even mention. For boys, the life is a bit hard. You need to cook your meals. You can't think that I would eat bread and egg every day. You're gonna be ill very soon.
So let's talk about the people over there.
People don't have manners. We
Hmm.
were walking on a lane. I was talking to my father. There
Hmm.
was one man, Australian citizens, and suddenly I heard a voice coming from behind. Gandu, 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 Gandu. पीछे there was coming Gandu, 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 Gandu. I stopped for a second and I thought, ये कौन सा रेडियो चल रहा है? It's very, very difficult for Indians.
In India, you order in Swiggy, you order in Zomato, like that. Is there any apps to order like that?
Everything is costly. Why I say so is there are two main apps here, Uber Eats and DoorDash. A samosa in India costs 50 rupees. Here, bad to bad samosa is of $3. 150 rupees.
Oh my God.
What about part-time jobs?
Don't have false expectations. If someone is from a non-IT background, you need to
So Armaan Sidana is currently studying at Melbourne University, Australia. So my question to you, Armaan, is you're doing really good in India. Like your business is good, your life is very good, and your learning is also pretty well. I'm thinking that it is good. So, why did you wanted to take up MS in Australia and Melbourne University? First of all, answer this. Why you want to study more?
Okay, so two reasons. Learning is always good. My mama doesn't permit me to do PhD, but
Hmm.
if I have the authority, I would even do PhD in cybersecurity
Acha.
because I love cybersecurity. I always love to explore things. Even my some friends always tease me that you would get old, no girl would marry you, and stuff like that. But I love learning. That's the reason I am pursuing more education. Yeah.
So, why Melbourne University?
Multiple reasons. First,
Hmm.
my reason of coming to Melbourne is very specific.
Okay.
The two reasons. First of all, the University of Melbourne was my dream university. I even applied at Oxford and Stanford. The applications were really good at a very really good stage. I could have done gone there. I might have gone to Canada, US because my maternal family is all in US. I could have gone there, but my dream destination was University of Melbourne because of two reasons specifically. As far as I had heard about University of Melbourne, that the curriculum is really good, the strictness is really well, and moreover, the reputation, the skill set you possess once you complete your education is irreplaceable, right? If we talk about technology, like MIT has a name, right?
Yeah.
MIT has a name in technology. So if we talk about the curriculum, University of Melbourne is no short than MIT,
Hmm.
right? Because MIT is third, University of Melbourne is 12 in QS ranking. MIT is good because highly competitive. University of Melbourne is not that competitive, but people leave when the classes start. If we take a little funny example, when it was the first day of our lecture, there were 400 people in the auditorium. Now, hardly
Oh.
67 people are there in the auditorium. You might assume the dropout rate.
Oh.
400 to 67, and out of those 67 are also leaving.
Hmm.
That's how difficult the studies are out here. The second reason was that some really good fellow said about that about to my family that you can't ever be in Melbourne. You should
Hmm.
forgot that you can ever land Melbourne. See, for for me, for my father, coming to Melbourne wasn't really a great deal. It wasn't
Hmm.
really hard. If you have money, you have the resources, you can go anywhere to travel, right? All you
Yes.
need is a visa and a ticket.
Hmm.
But that really nice fellow, I thank him for saying that word.
Hmm.
He said that you can't ever be in Melbourne. And by God's
Hmm.
grace, I got my visa in 8 days, and I am studying at the most esteemed institutions of the world. And that's that doesn't really matter to me. What matters to
Hmm.
me is when I call my parents back and tell I am studying, I'm doing well in my life, even after managing full time study and full time work. All they say is, we are proud of you. That is everything for me. For me, learning at Oxford, learning at University of Melbourne, or learning just in a school doesn't
Hmm.
matter. What matters for me is a self validation, my validation of my parents. And
Hmm.
as soon as my mother has been to Melbourne 3 times, but my
Okay.
father hasn't been because he's a government officer. He didn't get time out of his schedule to do ex India leaves. So
Acha.
the very that very day when my father would land in Melbourne, I would be the most happiest because the same words would revolve in my ears that you can't land here, and I would be the most happiest son that day. So that was the reason of me coming to Melbourne.
The best revenge, not revenge. I don't know the exact word to
Maybe a
make
reply, maybe a reply. Can't say a revenge.
maybe the
Maybe a reply.
best reply is to tell people who said you can't do it is
Mm-hmm.
showing it, doing it.
See, my methodology is really different. I don't want even to show them. All I want
Hmm.
is that if someone gave me a challenge, it should be
Hmm.
resolved within my inner self. He said me
Yeah.
that you are not capable enough for bringing your parents to Melbourne, and this
Hmm.
instance is 6 years old when I didn't
Hmm.
even started my learning of cybersecurity. So I thank him for saying those
Hmm.
really nice words.
Yeah, that's really good. I like the way the positive thinking and people, I mean, who are in age of 20, 21, 22, and 23 are really aggressive. When somebody tells you that you can't do it, they go aggressively. And in a way, of
Hmm.
course, they are telling which is negative, but you have to take it positively and make that happen, right?
See, a person who can say this sort of stuff doesn't even matter to me as a person. What
Yes.
matters to me is his words and to whom he have
Hmm.
said that.
So, you're talking about curriculum, right? So, what's the best thing in Melbourne about the curriculum? Then,
The University
could
of
you just tell me the
work.
academic structure and everything?
Sure. So how the things work here is that you have 4 semesters, 2 years of
Hmm.
degree, and you can't make the semester choices before
Hmm.
that semester selection date. What I mean by that is that in India there is a fixed curriculum. You
Yes.
can't alter it,
Hmm.
right? Like apart from the electives.
Hmm. Acha.
Right. So how things work here is that if someone is from a non-IT background, four
Hmm.
foundational subjects are compulsory for Masters of IT. So
Okay.
if you're from a non-tech background, you need to take and pass those four foundational subjects, which is algorithms and complexity, software
Hmm.
and programming, internet technologies, database systems, and administration. So
Hmm.
these are the four foundational subjects for IT. If you are from a tech background and you know these subjects, you can take an advanced standing.
Hmm.
Like you need not to pay for those subjects and you need not to even give papers for those subjects.
Acha.
Like you can pass that, but that impacts your pre post study work visas
Hmm.
because your duration of study goes less. So after the first semester, like if I explain very briefly about the first semester, you have hurdles. Hurdles means
Hmm.
that doesn't mean you pass the final exam, you are good to go in the next semester. That's not how University of Melbourne works. You have weekly quizzes,
Okay.
assignments, projects, and you
Hmm.
need at least 50% in each of them. Even if I
Oh.
fucking miss that one quiz, and even I have 90% in rest of things, I am failed.
Oh.
If a quiz is of 10 marks, right, and I didn't attempted that quiz, or I have even 4 marks, but
Hmm.
I have 90% in my final exams, assignment, projects, and damn everything, I'm
Hmm.
failed, still failed,
Oh.
because there's a hurdle to get 50% in everything.
That's crazy.
So the curriculum is really hard. Then you get to choose the second year subjects, in which you need to get some compulsory subjects depending upon your specializations. There are multiple specializations offered for the Masters of IT here. The first thing is cybersecurity, AI, computing, distributed systems, and there's one more being added, but that's not really for this particular academic year. So if you have cybersecurity, software systems, and processing is your compulsory subject for the second year. Then you can pick up web security, introduction to machine learning. Then same hurdles work for every semester. Then you need to choose your third semester, the fourth, and the bad part or the good part, interpretation, is that once you like a weekly quiz is released, as soon as you complete it, they release the assignments. As soon as you complete the assignment, they damn release the projects. They don't even let you sit idle.
Hmm.
And moreover, there are 2 hours lectures. Then
Oh.
along with the lectures, there are tutorials. That
Hmm.
it's not like that you attended the lecture, you are good for the week. No, no, no. You have tutorials every week. That's
Acha.
the practical. Literally, it's very hard.
I just mentioned that there will be a weekly quiz. Can you tell some of the question to understand the criticality of the subject and the quizzes?
They are damn hard if you take about the example of algorithms and complexity. So the
Acha.
quiz would be like you need to solve this linear graph using DA, and what would be the
Hmm.
complexity of this graph?
Oh.
Why you need to use omega? What would be the complexity? It would be omega and theta, big O of n. Really complex.
Did you just notice you skipped the engineering part just to skip the mathematics? Now you are in the hell of mathematics, right?
And I need to learn that.
Yeah.
But it's a good decision. Why I say it's a good decision, because I utilize
Yeah.
those engineering years into my
Yeah.
core cybersecurity. I know if I score less in these exams, it's not gonna make a
Yeah.
difference for me.
Acha.
It's just I'm pursuing it up for my passion, for my degree, rather than getting a placement at some stuff. So
Acha.
it's fine. But yeah,
Hmm.
one thing you should learn from these things is that if you run from something, it's gonna come back to you. It's gonna come back to you for sure.
Yeah.
Sooner or later, it's gonna come back. When I was at airport, the Delhi airport, for my flight for boarding my flight, I said to Papa, "मैं कहा Papa, today our dream came true." कहते how?
Hmm.
मैंने कहा you always wanted me to become an engineer. When I would be completing my masters of information technology, I would be an engineer.
Crazy one.
He laughed so hard. ना he laughed so hard. कहते बात तो सही है.
बात तो सही है अच्छा
Yeah.
then after that what will the life of a student in Melbourne look like
See, I might say things which are really controversial, but
अच्छा
I have always been raw. That's why people like our conversation. See, totally
hmm
depends upon the student.
hmm
Some people are engulfed with beers, whiskeys, vodkas, party lives, because party life is really crazy in Melbourne.
अच्छा
Like this vaping scene, smoking scene is really
hmm
bad. So it all depends upon the
hmm
student. If someone is here to party, they have a
hmm
great circle. They
hmm
can have drinks, they can have smoking, every sort of stuff. There are some things which I can't even mention, like
hmm
the private life as well,
अच्छा
with the opposite guys for sure. But for people who are aspiring to make great careers, Melbourne
hmm
is good. Melbourne is really good. You can make friends very easily. There are, especially Uni Melbourne has around more than 200 clubs,
hmm
more than 200 student clubs. So everything has a club. If you like chess club. If you are into IT club. If you like Bollywood club. If you are into Mahajang club. Everything has a club right here. So the social life is really good. We even have the free grocery store in our university. Like people who
hmm
can't afford groceries can have 40 points every week. They can grab the groceries from there. There is women healthcare items right there. There are children healthcare items right there, like the free diapers, free sanitary items. That's really good. Free
hmm
lipsticks for males. There are razors, like everything for your
hmm
daily need. Then if you there's a library in our university known as Rod and White Library. The only rule of
okay
that library is you can't study in that library. It's for fun. They have the VRs, they have the
okay
PlayStations. You can sleep in that library. You can do literally anything in that library rather than
oh
study.
I would
Like
love
there's a
to
rule: if
know more
you
that.
are found studying, you would be fined.
Oh.
It's for relaxation. Then there is everything, every day something happening in the uni. There's amphitheater, and it's really big university. uh,
Hmm.
like the Parkville campus is very huge, you can't even see the whole campus.
Acha.
So a lot of things going on. As far as the life in Melbourne is concerned, it's good. For boys,
Hmm.
the life is a bit hard. Why I say that,
Hmm.
this might be a little controversial, but yeah, for boys and especially normal boys, it's hard. If you're some
Hmm.
sort of city boy, you know your way around, you are cocky with your talks, you know
Hmm.
your way
Hmm.
around. You know why I'm saying that. For
Hmm. Hmm.
the other people who are here, life is really easy. You get easy part-time jobs, you get easy
Acha.
friends because you know how
Hmm.
to manipulate things.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
And people don't here have manners. Like the Australian
Oh.
native people have manners,
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
the Asian people have manners. Indians, as soon as they land in Australia, they forget their manners. People gonna punch me, but that's true. People forget
Hmm.
their manners.
Hmm.
They be so frank, they don't even understand what things need to be said toward people. See, I'm a kind of person, I don't leave my ethics. If I'm talking to
Hmm.
a girl, I know my limits. People
Hmm.
forget their limits as soon as they land. It's not in the case of Australia. Any foreign
Hmm.
country, they feels like they're liberated. They can
Hmm.
say, they can do whatever they want. But thankfully, I'm not a part of those people.
Acha.
Because I'm being a pure vegetarian and non-drinker, I don't even like the company of those people. Because I
Hmm.
have a lot of work to do. I cook by
Hmm.
myself. So
Hmm.
the uni starts at 9. I need to wake up at 6:30 to prepare my meals. And for my buddy, he washed the dishes with me,
Hmm.
right? And then we need to go to the uni. As soon as we came back, we need to prepare our lunch. Then we need to do the assignments, quizzes. By the time we complete those, we have the dinner waiting for us. As soon as we make the dinner, I work, he studies. The time is
Hmm.
past. We don't have time for the
Yeah.
shitty things. We only have Saturday, Sundays. See, I'm like telling the honest life of the people. We
Yeah.
only have Saturday, Sundays. Saturdays for cleaning and cleaning the apartment, cleaning the clothes, washing the clothes,
Hmm.
and we are left with Sunday, and we are already too exhausted. But we take out breaks. We go to beach. We go for walks. We
Hmm.
go for some sort of meal sometimes, but
Hmm.
we are out of that uh,
Hmm.
la- like flashy culture,
Acha.
to be honest.
So one thing I wanted to ask is now, so in India, the food, making food is accessible, right? You order in Swiggy, you order in Zomato, like that. So in Australia, is there any apps to order like that, or you
See,
just
in
have to
Australia,
be own
everything
yourself?
is costly. If you would take the conversion in your mind, you can't even eat anything right here.
Acha.
Why I say so is there are two main apps here, Uber Eats and DoorDash, which is
Okay.
good for food delivery. But if I just give you an example, a samosa in India costs 50 rupees.
Hmm.
Good to good samosa, 30 rupees.
Hmm.
Here, bad to bad samosa is of $3. 150
That's
rupees.
it.
150
Uh,
rupees, right?
150 rupees. Oh my God.
Good to good cheese chili in a
Hmm.
five-star restaurant would cost around, good in a five-star would cost
Hmm.
around maybe 800 900 rupees per serving.
Hmm.
Here, one cheese chili that not too made of cheese, made with tofu, is of $19.
Man,
So food
cost
is
of living
costly.
is.
If you would just convert like one radish in India,
Hmm.
1 kg radish in India is around 30 rupees if it's not off season. Here,
Hmm.
one radish, one piece of radish, hardly around half kgs, is around $6.
Hmm.
$6, 300 rupees. So you can't eat here if you would keep the conversion in mind.
Hmm.
If you're earning here,
Hmm.
it's fine.
Acha.
It's like not for everyone. Things are. If I tell you my, like if we take of my friend and me,
Hmm.
our weekly grocery expenses are around 600, 650, 600, 650 dollars,
डॉलर्स में क्या?
dollars.
Hmm. Hmm.
So 600, 650 is fine if you're earning here, because per head it's around 300. And if you are a student,
Hmm.
you can easily earn, if you have full working hours allocated, you can easily around make around $2,100. If you're
अच्छा.
working legally, I'm not talking about illegal, you can make $2,100. The rent we are paying per head, including bills, is $1,200 per person.
Hmm.
So
अच्छा.
1,200 plus 350, you come about to 1,600. You can still save $400, $500 every month if you are working.
Hmm.
If you are working, when we are there holidays, you have full
Hmm.
working rights. You can even work 40 hours a week.
Hmm. अच्छा.
For students, you can only work 20 hours a week.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
So
Okay.
multiple things are considered.
Okay.
Uh, but being a student of Uni Melbourne, you should not think that you can work.
Because there are a lot of things that you have to run, right? For the
Yeah,
weekly
yeah,
quiz, for the
yeah,
monthly
yeah.
quiz, and all the
Exactly,
things, right?
exactly, exactly. If you are working, you are earning, you are a god.
Hmm.
Like
अच्छा.
if yeah, you are compromising your sleep and stuff.
Point to be noted, if you are wanted to join Melbourne
If you
University.
want to come to Uni Melbourne and you want to earn, don't have false expectations.
Okay.
Let me be very raw with that. If you
Hmm.
are coming here to just for a degree and you want to
Hmm.
earn, go for another universities like Deakin, RMIT, La Trobe, Monash. Go for those
Hmm.
universities. If you are
Hmm.
coming for studies, for your
Hmm.
future, for being the better version of yourself, Uni Melbourne is great, but the workload, study load is very, very high.
अच्छा.
You shouldn't make a mistake coming here. And
Hmm.
even if we keep the workload aside, you have a lot of things to do apart from that. You need to cook your meals. You can't think that I would eat bread and egg every day, or I would eat pre-cooked meals every day. You can do that, but anyhow, you're gonna be ill very soon.
Hmm.
A lot of things to consider. The price point,
So,
because finding apartments here is very tricky. Like, just let me give you an example. We rented the whole apartment. It's like a 2 BHK, one lobby and one uh, kitchen, and we pay around $2,350 for both. So if we split that up with bills, it's around $1,200 per head. Some people are
hmm.
paying $2,000 for just a room
Oh,
within 5 minutes of walk. Within just 5 minutes of walk
for the university.
for the university, right? If we don't even take the university into account, that I'm showing you the difference of research. We are
Hmm.
staying at $1,200 and they're staying at $2,000, $800
अच्छा.
gap.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
If we calculate our groceries, even then,
Hmm.
even then we are affordable. And our
Hmm.
apartment is really great. It has natural
Hmm.
lighting coming in. We have
अच्छा.
the grocery stores in our basement. The main station, the Melbourne
Hmm.
Central, is just in our basement.
अच्छा.
The main station of uh,
Hmm.
the whole Melbourne, the Melbourne Central. It's just
Station in the sense?
station
Railway
in the sense
station?
there are two types of uh, public transport here. Actually, three:
Hmm.
bus,
Hmm.
trams, and trains. So when
Hmm.
I say station, it's trains which runs
Hmm.
underground. When I say trams, it's running on the road. And the best part is the Melbourne Central tram station is just outside us. If I step out, the
Okay.
main tram station is outside, and our station is
Hmm.
free. Like it's a free
Hmm.
tram zone. If you go from here to Flinders Street Station, it's free.
Hmm.
You need not to pay anything.
Okay.
Yeah. So location matters a lot. Your research matters a lot.
Okay.
You can
So
save a
what's
lot
the
of money.
okay?
Yep.
Then I have one question in mind. What's the university timings, man?
It's very variable. We have some classes in 9 in the morning. We have some classes at 8 in the evening.
Oh.
It's very variable. Every day it changes.
Hmm.
Like
Okay.
on Mondays, we might have classes from 9 to 3. On Tuesday, we have a class from 9 to 11, then a class from 6 to 8.
Hmm.
The best part is our uni is just 15 minutes walk from our home.
Oh,
So we walk
this is a
every day.
great thing.
Every day around, we walk around 8 to 10 kilometers easily.
Hmm. Acha.
Yeah.
Good thing to do.
Uh, Definitely good thing. The initial month you would be abusing yourself a lot. That why you
अरे
did this
क्या
this
है
thing.
भाई
क्या है भाई
मैं
कहाँ
इस
फंस गए
कहाँ फंस गया
मतलब because you need to walk a lot. Our
या
university is around 1.5. Our university's main head office Like the
Hmm.
customer support office is 1.2 kilometers single side, and
Hmm.
the classes are in different buildings.
Hmm.
So the bad part about is all classes
Hmm.
are not in one building. So the distance between buildings is kilometer, and you need to cover those kilometer in 10 minutes. Like if a
अच्छा.
class gets over at 9:55 and the another class starts at 10:55, you need to run
Uh,
that 1 kilometer
uh,
within those 10 minutes.
uh.
So 10,000 steps is just halwa for us. And it's basically it saves money. There's tram stations, you
Hmm.
can always take tram, but
Okay.
if we don't take that, we easily save $10 to $15 per day
Hmm.
because trams are costly.
Okay.
We easily save $10 to $15. And moreover, it's good for our health. Our calves are good. We stay fit. We get fresh
Hmm.
air. We talk a lot. We see the people getting around. And moreover, you stay active. Body is
Okay.
like a machine. The more you train it, the more
Hmm.
efficient you are with things.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what.
Human body is designed to do anything.
Ah,
What I believe.
it totally depends upon him. The very first day when let me tell you an example. It would be really very relevant for everyone who's watching. The first day
Okay.
it took us 25 minutes to reach our student head office from our building. Now it takes us
Hmm.
13 minutes to reach that. Just 13 minutes.
We just got habituated, right?
We got habitual. That's the case. Everything
Hmm.
you need to build an habit. In India, we have ROs, filters
Hmm.
for water. We drink tap water here.
Hmm.
At start we thought that it's not good, we would fall ill, but then we
Hmm.
started boiling water because it has
Hmm.
little chlorine in it, because they
Hmm.
disinfect the water. We boil it, it's fine. You need to get
Hmm.
habitual. Here there are no jet sprays. You need to use tissue paper. It's very difficult for Indians without jet sprays. There are multiple things which go off.
Acha. Then, what about the teaching culture over there? What about the professors?
Teaching culture is great at the same time and bad at the same time. Some
Acha.
lecturers are great, same as the case with any other country. Some lecturers are
Hmm.
great, some lecturers are
Hmm.
we can't say that. But best
Okay.
part about thing is your queries get answered. We
Okay.
have a specific platform for our queries known as ed
Okay.
discussions. You can post
Hmm.
any and every query over there. We have the lecturers and tutors answering at us 24/7.
Okay.
You can ask anything. The best part about teaching culture is if you didn't
Hmm.
had your breakfast and you have lecture early morning, you can sit in front of the teacher and eat anything. The teacher won't scold you.
Hmm. Hmm.
You can
Okay.
eat anything because they
Hmm.
are here for study. They are students. They are
Hmm.
hungry.
Hmm.
They don't
Acha.
scold you, and they
Acha.
listen to your queries. They don't judge you. But one thing I just felt like is not in every lecturer, but especially in some tutors, that
Hmm.
once you ask them the first query, they are happy with it. Once you ask
Hmm.
them the second query, they're fine with it. Within third, when the
Hmm.
third, fourth query reaches, they get irritated. I don't know why. We paid a lot of money to study in that university. It's our right to ask as much as queries, genuine queries, as we want.
Acha.
If
Hmm.
if you are not able to answer that, say that.
Hmm.
Some tutors get irritated. No lecturer get irritated, but some tutors get irritated.
Acha.
But it's same as the case with any Indian institution. Some teachers even
Hmm.
get irritated. You know how it works. We
Hmm.
can't
Hmm.
blame the entire system just because of one person.
Yes.
Yep.
Arman, I just
Mhm.
one of my professor, I think so. I don't know when who exactly said this. Maybe teacher, maybe lecturer, or maybe my professor. In foreign universities, uh, the professors we should call professors. He said we should. I mean,
The by the
how
name,
should I put it, man?
by the name, we call them by.
Yeah, by the name.
It's a
Yeah.
culture out here. We don't say them sir, ma'am. By the name,
Hmm.
it's fine. Even in the
Hmm.
corporate culture over here, you don't say anyone, hey
Yeah.
boss, hey. You say
Hmm.
just their name.
Yes.
That's a very common culture. If I'm talking with someone who's 50, I won't say him, hey
Hmm.
uncle. He gets
Hmm.
offended. Why damn you said me uncle? You uncle, your father uncle. So that they did take it as some sort of in a discomfort manner, right? So
Hmm.
you should be talking with as their name. It's common thing.
So let's talk about the people over there. How are the people over in Australia? Like their native people, not the immigrants.
Mixed audience. Some people are really good. Some people always try to mock Indians.
Hmm.
They just want a chance. I There was an instance 3 4 days back. I If you allow me, I can tell that instance. We
Hmm.
were
Okay.
walking on a lane. I was talking to my father. A group of Australian citizens. There
Hmm.
was one man, his wife, three, four
Hmm.
children, and
Hmm.
suddenly I heard a voice coming from behind. Gandu, 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 gandu.
ये क्या है भाई?
Literally, I heard that. पीछे there was coming gandu, 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 gandu. I stopped for a second and I thought, ये कौन सा रेडियो चल रहा है? I stopped there. मैंने कहा, you know Hindi abusive language.
Hmm.
So he thought that no one would confront me.
Hmm.
I just simply said him, मैं कहा, you know Hindi abusive language. So his wife said that yeah, we have couple of friends. मैं कहा, why are you saying me gandu, right? Because I know they are mocking us. मैं कहा, if I
Hmm.
start in my Punjabi abusive language na, you
Hmm.
won't be able to tolerate what I say. Then he ran like shoo into their building. उसके बाद he wasn't seen. मैं कहा, if I start in my Punjabi language है ना, Punjabi abusive language, you won't be able to tolerate what I would say.
Hmm.
Also, people are mixed. Some people are really great. Some people are really like feel like mothers. They're
Hmm.
so compassionate. Some people are like this.
What about Australia? Is that weather? Talk about that weather
weather
and
is
everything.
weather is shit. One
Hmm.
like it's let's say you wake up at 7, it's cold.
Okay.
At 9,
Hmm.
it's hot. At
Oh,
12,
acha.
it's raining. At 3, it's hot again. At 6, it's cold again. You can't even
Crazy weather,
decide
man.
what you should wear.
Okay.
It's bad. It's bad. Weather is Australia is known
Hmm.
as the land of 7 seasons in a day. So
Acha.
it's bad.
So while we were talking, so you just mentioned that Bollywood has a separate club.
Yeah, Bollywood. It has a Bollywood club.
Talk about that.
It's good. The people are good, but I haven't been to any of their parties because they have drinks on house.
Oh, okay.
So I don't really like going to parties where drinks are easily available because my personal experience of going to parties where with students
Hmm.
especially is it would end up getting missed. Because I don't
Hmm.
drink, I can't even cover the cost which I have paid. I go to parties where
Yes.
drinking is an option.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
Someone should pay for it because they drink in limit.
Okay.
Like कहते हैं like अक्कड़ औकात अनुसार शराब capacity अनुसार. So when it's in
Acha.
house, people drink like shit. They can't even tolerate that. So I haven't
Hmm.
been to any of their parties because my
Hmm.
ideology is different. If I want to go to a party, I won't be in a group. I would go
Hmm.
with some of my friends, my loved ones. That's all. I
Hmm.
don't
Okay.
like going to group parties because things go
Hmm.
very wrong way. Because if I tell why I have that thinking, there's a club in India.
Hmm.
Uh, one of the franchises was owned by one of my friends, like common
Hmm.
friends. We went there for a party, and he said, "Armaan, just come on to the DJ stage," because it was
Hmm.
his franchisee.
Hmm.
We went up
Okay.
to the DJ bar and we were just dancing casually. All of a sudden, a girl was too overdrunk, and
Hmm.
she fell over me. Right. I simply
Okay.
said,
Okay.
"मैंने कहा, just back off."
Hmm.
And
Hmm.
that
Hmm.
girl abused me. That who the hell
Hmm.
are you? And
Yeah.
I was the friend of the owner, kind of. We can say that.
Okay. Okay.
He
Okay.
just ordered his bouncers to throw that girl
Hmm.
out of the club
Hmm.
because that's a
Hmm.
common policy in the club. If someone misbehaves with someone, it doesn't matter
Hmm.
if she misbehaves with me or anyone else. The both the persons would be thrown out.
Yeah.
So as soon as the bouncers grabbed her to throw out of the club, she was
Hmm.
holding a wine glass pot
Hmm.
on the head
Oh.
of the bouncer. And that matter escalated so bad, the whole property was 30% damaged due to the chaos. I
Ah.
even still have the cut at my hand. You can see that.
Hmm.
it is due to a punch in someone's face.
Man.
Like he was holding a bottle in the
Hmm.
hand while I punched him. So that matter escalated so bad that I decided that I won't ever go to these drinking parties because I don't drink. It's not my
Hmm.
necessity to be in a drinking party. So from that
Hmm.
day, I've been parties where drinking is not allowed.
Hmm.
I
Acha.
even fought to just save my friends because I can't
Hmm.
literally say any girl can do and bum bam on the head. That's not how things work. And the bad
Hmm.
part is the boys who don't are not even a part of that fight gets into the fight by seeing a girl.
Hmm.
I don't know why. Just to be that macho man. And when the footage was discovered, seven people
Hmm.
were FIR'd on that. Seven people.
Hmm.
And the charges were chaos in public property,
Hmm.
attempt to murder, or even one guy attempt to murder, and it's a non-bailable offense. God
Hmm.
knows why the hell they
Hmm.
get into that matter. By we leaved early because we were not a
Hmm.
part of that fight. We leaved early, but the
Hmm.
whole people were fighting all together. "ओए के ऊपर एक चढ़ा हुआ, बुरे हाल." So I have really bad experience in that. And
Hmm.
it's the case with many clubs. If you go to clubs of Noida, Bombay, things are in control just because of the bouncers. If the
Hmm.
bouncers aren't present, this would be the case with each and every club of
Hmm.
India.
Hmm.
In foreign clubs, it's not the case.
Hmm.
Instances happen in foreign clubs that don't even tolerate if he's a VIP. They would simply say, "Sir, please walk out."
Hmm.
That's the best thing. So,
One thing I wanted to mention here is while we taking these liquids, I mean
hmm,
these alcoholic liquids, I was watching this podcast and this was the interesting point to mention. So in brain there is a part called prefrontal cortex or something.
hmm,
What it will do is the functionality of that part is
hmm,
it will controls while you are doing a bad thing.
hmm,
So which might harm you, like
hmm,
these kind of things. It will limit you doing that. So what these alcohols and other types of bad things, bad stuff, bad solids and liquids do is it will shut down that part, like
hmm,
prefrontal cortex.
hmm.
Now the controlling part of your brain is shut down. You do whatever you want.
I don't even know what you're doing is right or
What?
wrong.
Yes, yes, yes.
So I'd never be to parties. My friend even sometimes poke me, "Armaan, you are so boring, blah 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 blah." I even say I enjoy my I enjoy my own life. I'm that kind of person. If I want to refresh myself, I would go with my friends to a beach. We would enjoy there rather
Hmm.
than being a part of such a mess where chaos can happen anytime.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean I don't go to clubs. I went to Nepal. I went to a club.
Hmm.
There's a club known as LOD.
Okay.
It's one of the posh clubs of Nepal. We even booked a
Hmm.
VIP table right there. The club environment was good because there were 51 bouncers in that club.
Hmm.
You can assume the level of security. 51
Acha.
bouncers. And there were
Hmm.
two bouncers with me because of the VIP table. I'm
Hmm.
hardly concerned about who's gonna fall with me because if someone comes in my perimeter of 1 meter, they're gonna throw him out.
Hmm.
Until and unless I say to the bouncers, allow him in, allow her in.
Hmm.
So that's how I like it. That I should have my
Good.
personal space. If
Yes.
I'm damn paying, I should have my personal space. In
Hmm.
normal clubs, you don't get your personal space. Some boy is falling with your cigarettes in his mouth. So the bad culture, bad clubbing culture. Yeah.
So I don't know much about this clubbing because I never went to the club.
You should go to a club once
Hmm.
because it's good. The DJs are great
Hmm.
in clubs. There's good things about clubs as well. You refresh yourself. There are amazing drinks like the
Hmm.
mojitos, the mocktails are really good. The
Hmm.
fruit beers are really good. The vibe is really good. You
Hmm.
meet great people in clubs. Like
Hmm.
there are some very good background people who be a part of clubs. But
Hmm.
you should know your boundary. Like if you don't drink, you don't smoke, you should be a part of the elite people of the club. Some people
Acha.
are the elite class. They even drink, but they
Hmm.
know their limit. They don't fall like left right after drinking. there's a
Hmm.
difference between chapari drinking and class drinking. So I am fine with people who drink in class.
Hmm. Yeah.
Like even the bhai I went, he's in US. He's one of my friends. He's in US right
Hmm.
now. He drinks, he
Hmm.
smokes. I'm fine with him because I know he won't
Hmm.
ever cross the limit.
Hmm.
Right? We even we even go for like there is a special massage in Nepal. Don't take it the
Hmm.
other way, guys. I know shit is in everyone's brain when we say
Head.
massage. It's known as the pin puncture massage. Like the
Okay.
males do that.
Hmm.
Like it's your choice anyhow. How you want it. Let's not go into that part. So
Hmm.
they acupressure your points and
Hmm.
they use a special jadi booty kind of stuff. It's a green grass. They burn it and literally as soon as they touch that grass on your body, the all the
Hmm.
cramps are gone.
Hmm.
I don't know. It's some sort of magical stuff happening there. One, like
Hmm.
when I was taking the massage, one guy this big,
Hmm.
like around 85 kgs, climbed up to my back. He was sitting on my hips and he just do
Hmm.
like this on a back, thup. And my back was like, tuck. I go, what's bad? Kehta, he showed me my, like, if we put our feet like this, my one
Hmm.
feet was like a little front. Like
Hmm.
if I'm laying, so my one foot was in little front. As soon as
Okay.
he did like this on my back, my both foot were aligned. So he
Acha.
shows with time you need massage.
Hmm.
Like if we take it a good way, so
Hmm.
Indians do shit with their body, including
Hmm.
me.
Hmm.
They
Hmm.
overdo it themselves and they don't take therapies and massages. If you see the historical importance, every king
Hmm.
always takes a massage every week because they need their bodies aligned to be good in battlefield. You might have seen a lot of movies,
Hmm.
kings taking massages from people, and they were men.
Hmm. Hmm.
You might have
Yes.
noticed. Why it's men? Because they know a girl can't be that hard on the body that it can affect a male's body,
Hmm.
right? So see the historical importance that we should have massage sessions, we should have proper chiropractor sessions so that we are good. We are in good shape. When Indians
I
think of
just learned.
massage, they all think is Thailand, but that's not exactly the case. Yeah,
Hmm. So I just learned a new thing today.
yeah,
So massages are good in a if you think in a good way.
yeah. Everything is good, man. Even if you take from any gender, your purpose
Hmm.
should be getting your
Hmm.
body right rather than
Yes.
those shitty
Hmm.
things which are populated in the minds of Indians by these
Hmm.
social media stuff. So yeah,
Hmm.
let's not go on to that. Yeah.
So I just wanted to ask.
Hmm.
I just feel in whenever I think about Melbourne or any other foreign university like Stanford, MIT, and all those things, I feel like people over there are crazy minds. Someone will be doing a research in IoT, someone will be doing in crazy shit about mechanics, robotics, AI, and some other like that. Talk about the students over right there.
See, it's just been 1 month. It's too soon to judge about that particular perspective. But as far
Hmm,
as I've seen, we have different students. We have the
hmm,
masters by coursework, masters by research.
hmm,
So the inventional stuff is more into the masters by research people, which you are saying,
hmm,
who have the time to research. They pass on the base of their research. If we talk
hmm,
about graduate coursework, they don't even get time for that things. So there's a different degree for them.
hmm, hmm,
There are some people who do some inventions. They are working on some. If let's take my example, I do the
hmm,
graduate course, but I'm working on my startup. So it's up to you,
hmm,
but
hmm,
that's a rare case. Yeah. Because here, graduate research work, if you are selected for graduate research work, you have
hmm.
100% scholarship from the university.
Hmm.
They
Okay.
would give you job if you are pursuing PhD, free PhD, 4 years of work
Asha.
in University of Melbourne. So that's really great.
Hmm.
Yep.
So I just set you the context. The thing I was asking was really different. So in my college,
Hmm.
not people are very interested in some things. Like they wanted to party more, enjoy more, like that. So I think in Melbourne University, not all the students, most of the students are interested in something that psychology,
And
philosophy, or
everyone is
anything.
interested in something. If I give you the context of every that thing, if there are 100 students, so 70% of the people are Asians, right? Chinese, Indonesian, Korean, Singaporean, all that belt, right? So they are interested in doodling, mahjong, the cultural fests, like which things are prevalent in those areas.
Okay,
The Australian local candidates, the people from Gulf areas, they are more interested in psychology, self defense. The Indians are only interested in partying, studying, or dance, music, because they have that particular thing in their mind. They're not
okay,
too much towards, we can't say much of the Indians are interested in, let's say, telepathy. So they have a specific niche, but they are
okay.
acing at it.
Hmm.
So, according to geography and demographics, they have their taste and preferences. But everyone do have a preference. We no, I can't even say that even a single person doesn't have a aim or a likeness in the mind about something. Everyone has their aim. That's why they are
That's what.
part of this particular thing. Every year,
Yeah.
10,000 to 30,000 applications are registered at University of Melbourne, and the people who join are hardly 2 3,000.
Hmm.
So you can see how much of sorting is done even before getting the students. And
Acha.
most of the students are not even in IT courses. Most of the students are in social work, psychology, international business, because IT, being MBS, MBBS, law, are highly competitive fields. You need a very good score, you need good background to be a part of those courses. There are hardly 11 people, 11 Indians in the whole course of IT. Hardly 11.
11.
11 Indians.
That's too small number.
And only 4 of them are in cybersecurity. While if we compare to other courses, Indians are very much. But the Indians number is hardly 5% of the whole university strength.
Okay. Okay.
Indians are very less. Hmm.
So Arman, let's talk about how you got into the Melbourne University, the actual process. How can someone get into the Melbourne University?
This is
Because a lot
this
of
is
people
this
don't
is
know
a
how the process works.
really heart wrenching question for me, because the process was very hard, especially for me. So
Okay.
let's, on a honest side, let me tell you the whole process. So first of all,
Hmm.
you should clear your IELTS or PTE. I would prefer IELTS because some people are sketchy about your PTE score. So you should
Okay.
have more than 6 each in each subject and at least 6.5 overall.
Just one request from my side. Also mention how much it will cost, like while you are explaining the process, so that
Oh,
it will be helpful.
got it. So for
Hmm.
IELTS training, it totally depends upon what training center you choose, whether you choose online, offline. There's a app available on internet. I don't remember the name. You can
Hmm.
just write IELTS. If you just give me a second, I can discover that app for
Acha.
IELTS AI speaker. I'd recommend it to a lot of people. It's good.
Hmm.
Yeah, the app name is smalltalk2.me. So it's
Hmm.
like a website who can train you for the IELTS exam, and it's really good. And the
Hmm.
pricing would be around 1,500 per month. If you take the training of IELTS from a service like a center, so it would cost around 4 to 8,000 and even more for some centers. So
Hmm.
app is good.
Hmm.
Then you need to give the IELTS exam. There are 4 modules:
Hmm.
speaking, reading, writing, and listening.
Hmm.
So you need at least 6 in everyone, and overall 6.5 for University of Melbourne. I don't know about every university. And
Hmm.
that too for some subjects. Some subjects at University Melbourne demand a higher overall. So just check with
Okay.
your course requirement, right?
Hmm.
The second thing is the IELTS exam, one-time exam cost around 17,000.
Hmm.
So you need to give that exam. Then the real procedure starts. You need
Okay.
to apply to the university. At the time of application, all you need to supply is your
Hmm.
documents till your current semester, along with your
Okay.
IELTS score. IELTS score can be given afterwards as well.
Hmm.
For University of Melbourne, there are two intakes.
Okay.
I don't know about all courses, but for major, there are two intakes: July intake and February intake. So if you're planning
Okay.
to come in July intake, you should file your application near to December.
Hmm.
If you're coming to Feb intake, you should file your application near to May. Right.
Okay.
You can check these dates online, that when the application begins, when the application ends. It's a little
Okay.
bit on and off. Then
Hmm.
the when that you apply, you need to pay $10,000 or 10,000 rupees as an application
Hmm.
fees at University of
Okay.
Melbourne. For Deakin, Latrobe, some universities don't take an application fees. University
Hmm.
of Melbourne takes, University of Sydney takes. I don't know about
Hmm.
Monash. RMIT also takes, but it's less.
Hmm.
Then when you submit these documents, University of Melbourne takes a lot of time. I filed
Hmm.
my application in March and I got the first reply in September because it was
Way
the
too
Feb
much time.
intake. It was the Feb intake. If I might have applied for July, I might have gotten a response earlier, but my bachelor's was not completed in July. Means like the
Hmm.
last exam was in June. You need the final mark sheet in your hand
Okay.
if you want to board
Hmm.
the flight. Right.
Hmm. Hmm.
So I got the first, when they say the first time that you can join our university, it's known as a conditional offer letter.
Hmm.
Why it's a conditional? As the name suggests, they have a condition on that offer letter that you need to give your final mark sheet. You need to complete your GSA requirements. GSA is graduate genuine student checklist requirements. I would
Hmm.
explain that as well. And you
Okay.
should have your IELTS score fine. So
Hmm.
my application for University of Melbourne was rejected the first time
Hmm. Okay.
because my background was not of IT.
Hmm.
Because I did a bachelor's of commerce and management in my bachelor's.
Hmm.
So when I mailed them that why you rejected my file, they said that you are from a non-IT background. If you want to get into this course, you need to complete a course by University of Michigan of any one of these programming languages.
Okay.
So I completed that course, submitted that 10,000 rupees again. Then my
Hmm.
profile was considered again.
Okay.
Right. So when that is considered, you need to supply the main documents at that time, like your 10th, plus 2, college DMCs. Then the tricky part comes. University of Melbourne is very costly. If
Hmm.
we compare it to normal universities and University of Melbourne, it's costly. Like if you want to do the same course in Deakin, it's 40 lakhs.
Okay.
RMIT nearly 40, 39, La Trobe 39, 40. In Melbourne, it's 67.
Very high.
Yeah, it's 67. So the financial documents are really important for your visas.
Hmm.
For University of Melbourne, you need a ITR of above 15 to 20 lakhs. It could be of even single parent, your ITR, your mother, family, a combined ITR, and you need a CA net worth of around 2 plus crores.
Hmm.
CA net worth means your FDs, your house, your gold,
Properties.
properties, just to make sure if something goes wrong, can your parents support you?
Okay.
Then you need the ITRs of last 3 years.
Hmm.
Uh, like there are a whole set of documents. Always apply or file using IDP.
Hmm.
And don't, if someone is watching me from the Punjab region, don't go for IDP Ludhiana because the staff out there is not even aware about University of Melbourne's strict criterias. You would end up getting your file declined.
Hmm.
Always go to IDP Chandigarh, IDP Delhi, the bigger cities IDPs, right? Because over in Ludhiana, when we say that we need to file in University of Melbourne, they simply say it's very hard. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. They go to Deakin, Latrobe. does that way. Let me tell you about their professionalism. One of my friend was like who's with me now in the University of Melbourne. When he applied, he was asking for an update from the IDP officer that please mail the university so that to provide me with an update that what's happening with my application. She called her father and said that university has said his file is average and the offer letter won't be granted by her own. The university didn't
Hmm.
said it. And she said
Okay.
that you should apply in some other university. 14 days late, he received a conditional offer letter from University of Melbourne. Our both of our parents are educated. That's why we didn't
Hmm.
trusted them. All see, I can't blame the entire staff just because of few people. My if I'm sitting in University of Melbourne, there was an employee of IDP named Priyanka Dhamija.
Okay.
I thank her for her care-heartedness. Like she was really good. I would thank her for her kind nature. He said me, Armaan, your file can't ever be rejected at University of Melbourne. Even after my file was rejected, it was her last day of working.
Okay.
It was her last day of working, and while leaving, she mailed the University of Melbourne that this candidate has every requirement you want. Reconsider him.
Hmm.
And I got a revert of that mail which she wrote on the last day of her work. And that's why I'm
Okay.
sitting in University of Melbourne. And the teacher to whom my case was assigned was
Hmm.
all the way saying that it's very hard, it's not going to be happening. But if we take the real issue into concern, she was the one who applied my visa. So
Okay.
what I'm trying to say is, if you are trying going for University of Melbourne, trust your gut feeling, don't go for the counselor's advice.
Okay.
If you want to come in University of Melbourne, take two things in mind. You can't earn, you can't
Hmm.
manage your work with your studies unless and until you are
Hmm.
super exceptionally talented. The study is hard. There's a 27 lakhs difference. Everything makes a difference because the deacon is in suburbs. If you would be going to that university, your rent might be $500-600 a month just. If you
Hmm.
are here in the city, your rent is 1200. So it's not only the university cost, the rent of living is high as well. And only come to University of Melbourne if you are really dedicated towards studies. You want to be in the top 1%. After 2 years of study, no, your every penny would be worth it. Even now every penny is worth it. You know what you are studying. You know how good you're going to be. So that's the whole process. So after we supply the documents like the academics, the financials, everything, then the GSA round is happening. Like, do you follow that? Do you satisfy that checklist? Then the unconditional offer rolls out. Then you need to pay the fees. Then they send you the COE. Then you need to go for the medical. Then you get the visa and stuff like that.
Hmm.
IDP is good. Every IDP is good. They don't take any fees. The fees to them is given by the college itself. Like the brokerage is
Okay.
given by the college itself. So you
Hmm.
need not to pay them. Every teacher is good, but just trust your gut feeling.
Hmm.
I can't blindly say everyone is bad just because of a few people. Mentors like Priyanka are also there.
Hmm.
Only because of her, the very day my visa got granted, the first person to message was her. I messaged her on LinkedIn that I got my visa. So people like her are also there. And some people like the ones calling the parents and saying the offer won't be coming are also there. Yep.
So could you tell me what is the cost, that overall cost that you got to get
Uh,
into Melbourne?
so University of Melbourne cost is 67 lakhs for the fees.
Hmm.
1 lakh would be around the OHSC, your health insurance. Around 50,000 would be the tickets.
Okay.
Around 1 lakh goes uh, into your packing and stuff if you're buying new items and everything.
Hmm.
But I didn't bought some. I only bought two new jeans. So costed me 8,000 to be honest. I brought my
Uh,
PC here that costed me money. because without
Hmm.
my work PC I can't do anything. I can't even manage my work. And around, if you are like us, very sophisticated children, vegetarian children, the monthly
Hmm.
expenditure would be around $1,700 a month if you find a suitable
Hmm.
accommodation near to the city. So
Hmm.
1,700 a month, let me calculate. So if you do like that way, so 1,700, I'm calculating the living expenditure as well. 1,700 into 57 into 12. So for 1 year, you would be spending around 11.5 lakhs on stay. So for 2 years,
Hmm.
it's around 23 lakhs. So 67 plus 23, near to 1 CR. Near to 1 CR. Some people take loans, some people take some funds from their parents, some funds from their earnings. Some people are earning,
Hmm.
so it totally depends upon yourself.
Acha.
There are scholarships
Hmm.
as well, but that totally depends upon your case to case. I'm telling the
Hmm.
generic fees that applies to anyone without a scholarship.
Hmm.
Don't think that the fees is 67. There are 100% scholarships as well. Yeah.
So, so Arman, tell me the things that the student has to possess to get to not get rejected.
I can't really say because this was the one thing I didn't even get my answer.
Hmm.
Let me explain you why. My file was rejected, whereas I have
Hmm.
proven work experience of 3 years.
Hmm.
I have all certifications, all contracts that's needed for Masters of IT. Whereas my friend who didn't have the experience of even 1 month, his file was approved
Hmm.
before me. So I don't exactly know
Okay.
what's their criteria. This is something very shady.
Okay.
I don't know what they saw. And even he says that I don't
Hmm.
understand what happened.
Hmm. Okay.
Can't comment on that because I'm not too sure. One thing I know, he was good in academics,
Hmm.
he had good scores.
Hmm. Hmm.
He had done a diploma in cybersecurity and programming and stuff, so he had that certificate. Don't assume he's
Okay.
bilkul raw handed.
Hmm.
He's good, but if we compare the both the applications,
Hmm.
that doesn't make sense.
Then another thing I wanted to ask is, so you just mentioned that I got the certification. Even your friend has to do some kind of certifications, right? So what are the necessary things that student has
Depends
to
upon
do?
your course because we are dealing with technology, so we should have certifications like networking,
Hmm.
computer networks, basic
Hmm.
programming. If you are coming to some course like social work, you don't need any certifications. Depends
Hmm.
upon your
Hmm. Hmm.
course.
Acha.
If you are into tech development,
Hmm.
gaming, and animation, you need work experience and courses.
Like
Uh,
anything that
Proves
will
your
show you that
experience.
you have
That proves your
proof
experience.
of work.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly right. You need that.
I think that's it.
Yeah,
Do
that's
you
it.
want to tell anything who wanted to come to Australia or
Uh,
any foreign university in Australia?
See, I might be off topic, and I myself is very young. I might be wrong at
Hmm.
many points. I might be wrong at
Hmm.
any statements. But
Hmm.
one thing you should do before coming to Australia is learn cooking.
Hmm.
If you would don't know cooking, I don't
Hmm.
know what's gonna happen to you.
Hmm.
Second thing, control your budget. You should
Hmm.
not spend more. Uh, you should connect well to your parents. You should not bring grudges with your parents
Hmm.
overseas. Some people come to foreign countries just because they want to get rid from their brothers, mothers, fathers. This is a very common problem amongst Indian students.
To get
Don't,
freedom, right?
yeah, don't bring grudges
Hmm.
overseas. uh, Fourth thing is that be humble. Bring your necessities properly. You should know what you should bring, what you should leave. Plan everything properly. Take advice of right people. Book your accommodation prior. uh,
Hmm.
and a lot of things. The list is never ending. But primarily what I say want to say is just be humble because हिंदी में बोलूँ इधर आके लोगों का दिमाग बड़ी जल्दी ख़राब होता है, पता नहीं क्यों. उनका ऐसा लगता है, आई डोंट नो बाय how we are like kings of some sort. They start misbehaving with their friends, their parents, their brothers and sisters. that end up messing their karma, right? They slowly get into bad things. The academics goes down. Everything goes into bad direction. So just control your brain. You are sort of king of no sort. You are laborers, right here. If I tell you the reality, if you are on student visa, you have no identity right here. You are just a normal guy. So behave like a normal guy. You understand what I'm trying to say? You should not boast about everything. I am damn in Australia. I am very rich. No. Many students, parents can't even afford their studies. They have taken loans to come here to make their dreams come true. Respect your dreams, respect others' dreams. If you don't like someone, stay shush. Don't say bad things about anyone. Just one thing more, always keep close to your gods. Any god you pray, you adore, just stay close to them. हनुमान चालीसा पढ़ो, गणेश जी को मानते हो, फॉलो देम. जस्ट स्टे क्लोज टू योर गॉड. जहाँ पे दिमाग बहुत जल्दी ख़राब होता है, जो लोग हैं वो जानते हैं. इफ समवन इज प्लानिंग टू कम, दे वुड गेट टू नो एज वेल. दारू मीट से दूर रहो, एटलीस्ट ऐसे. इट्स योर पर्सनल प्रेफरेंस, बट वाई आई से दूर हो, a lot of flus spent from non-veg. Most of the flus are from non-veg, and drinking doesn't make sense here. You are here to study, you are here to make your career. Focus on that. And one thing, enjoy your personal life, make bonds, love people. You feel very alone right here. You don't have your family. If you would like see everyone with eye that, oh, she might cheat me, she might leave me in between, you can't make bonds. Everyone's not the same. You should not trust anyone, but you should care, love everyone you are with. And at the same time, you should have brain on whom to trust, whom to not. Like, in short, you should be in your senses what you are doing. And one thing I learned in Australia, never take important decisions at that same time and that same moment. Take one day in taking important decisions, because things turn out the other way when you wait for those decisions. Never take a decision on spot, whether it's a financial decision or a relationship decision or any decision. Don't take on spot, and stick to your commitments. People get, when they get here, they don't stick to their commitments, any sort of commitments. Maybe it's in their love life, their work commitments, they don't stick it. That doesn't affect the other person who's sitting and waiting for them, but it makes you a bad person. You don't realize, you be cool, okay, I cheated, but you are bad. You are a bad person, you are shit. You are see, people might say he's an old fashioned guy, but everything affects your life.
Mm, mm,
If being bad and being successful would be have been the same, every successful guy would have been the most kamina person ever.
mm.
Yeah, so that's not the case. I guess that's all everyone should know, and everyone learns. I'm also learning. I learn from you, I learn from the people out here. I have learned from a lot of people, but every day you learn. There's no end to what I can tell you and what you can listen. It's up to you what you need to receive, what you need to drop. That's the case. Just love your parents, just your love your loved ones. Why I say that is because that one thing would never make you regret your decision. If you are just full of yourself, मैं कहीं का राजा हूँ, मेरे से तो कोई सुंदर नहीं है, time will tell you what would happen to you. I won't. And
Yeah.
anyone, if you guys would be having any doubt, I guess LinkedIn would be the best option to contact me. And furthermore, if you see this podcast, you want to join SecX, just drop our team an email. The email you already got is info@secx.in. For Raju, I would be giving out 1 month of premium free for everyone who just would be pinging my team. In premium, basically what happens is you need not to watch any ads, because
Acha.
for the free courses even we have ads, because we need to manage the infrastructure as well. So for everyone who would be just sending me a Gmail that
Yeah.
we watch your podcasts, I would be giving 1 month of premium free for them. That means they can enjoy uninterrupted learning. There would be no
Awesome.
ads, and you can see all our courses for free, right?
Okay.
Yeah,
So
that's a gift
I
from
would,
my side to all my litter and elder brothers and sisters as well. Yeah,
Asha,
yep.
I think that's it.
Yeah, that's it.
It was,
Thanks, bhai. It was really great podcast. I guess we
yeah,
sat around 4 hours.
yeah, 4 hours, right?
4 hours straight.
Last time it was 5 hours, right?
Last time it was 5 hours.
Yeah, it was 3 in the morning
Three in the
last time.
morning.
Yeah,
Hope everyone understands what I was trying to say, and everyone knows that what we are trying to deliver. We are making a good community. Everything is not around tech and stuff. Some
yes,
humanitarian things should be getting embedded to our youngsters as well as our elders.
yep.
That's why you are Raju, I am Armaan, because we have a bond. Even we talk about
Hmm.
after 5 months, we would be the same people because we are not
Yes.
fake.
Hmm.
See you, man. I have a meeting to catch up, and yeah, that's all, I guess.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.